Inside your bedroom, we stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm.
Good morning. Happy Monday. I am really tired. I didn't sleep well last night. I even went to bed early, and I am pretty confident that it is because I didn't get any writing done. It was a crapshoot. So I had planned, I even scheduled out and posted everything to do my Write With Me live stream on Patreon. And as I'm getting set up, I'm signing books to get ready for an event next week. My little guy got sick, so I had to clean things up, and it put me close to time. It kind of set back the night routine with him because we had to calm down. I had to assess if he was sick or not, or if it was something he ate. It was a whole thing. And then on top of that, when I got back to my computer to look at the time and decide if I even wanted to try to squeeze in the writing stream, my computer locked me out. I've had this problem once on my work computer because I have two computers. I have a therapy computer and I have my writing computer, and my therapy computer about a week ago did the same thing where it locked me out. It was like an hour of me trying to get logged into it. All said and done, it finally took my password, which was, I know for sure, the same password I was using the entire time to type in. It finally took it and I got logged in, but it took an hour. And so when that started to happen, I got really frustrated, decided I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to do it. So didn't do that, canceled it all, got logged into my computer. Thankfully, it only took maybe 20-30 minutes total to get logged back in, but it was the same situation where, like, I even wrote down, this is what I'm typing in. It didn't take it, and then 30 minutes later, I typed in the same password that I know is my password, and it took it. So very frustrating, but it really just made the night really shitty. So I did not write, and I suspected I would not sleep great either because of the fact, and sure enough, I did not. So I am tired this morning, and I already have things I need to get to work and address because I got emails, and yes. Basically, I'm trying to have a good attitude about things, trying not to, let the world and the world's problems weigh me down too much, because there's only so much that you can control. So I've been doing a lot of that kind of reality therapy work, which is literally like, what can you control and what thing can you do right now to make things better realistically? So it hasn't been a great start to the morning, but I have been trying to do more of my manifestation. I've been kind of back on that kick since last week. And so this morning I really tried to lean into that, and it's helped a little bit. So I've done the big part of the day. I don't have any clients until 9, and so I don't have to rush over to work this morning. I am going to go over to work, but I am slowing down my brain right now so that I feel calmer when I get there and not so rushed. So this is why I don't do 8 o'clock appointments for work anyway. That's why I don't do 8 o'clock appointments. So yeah, that is what we are doing. So big deep breath. This week I am finishing my read through and self edits of Snow at Sunset. So that's exciting. I have that coming. It's gonna be a good week. I'm telling myself that. It's gonna be a good week. All right, we're back. I have decided I want to add a little bit of a different structure, I think, to these vlogs, these weekly vlogs, because I have just been feeling, I don't know, I've been having a rough time the last couple of weeks, and I've had the desire for about like 2-3 weeks to get back to my manifestation practices. It's been like a full year since I did that journey. I followed a journal. I did a lot of like real heavy thinking and manifestation practice in December of this year. So I would really like to come back to that and make it more, it was just really helpful to keep me focused, keep my intentions there, and really reflect on like the added value of some of the things I was doing to my author career. So I thought that would be a really great way to kick off all of these vlogs since it is Monday. So I want to do a little bit of manifestation with you guys. Don't leave yet. It's not kooky mumbo jumbo crystal stuff, if you are thinking that immediately. The way manifestation has evolved for me is very much grounded in psychology and mental health practices, because that's part of what I do. I am an author, but I also am an LPC candidate. I am a licensed professional therapist. So I also provide therapeutic services to people. So that is a huge part of where my process is grounded. So let's chat. I wrote down notes for this week. I have a whole template because I just do. Let's talk about manifestation. What are we manifesting? Overall, the big goal is being a full-time author. I have identified that as bringing in an income of, I've said $50K was a pretty good mark, $50K. So I wrote that. Not that I couldn't go full-time with less, but we are shooting for that just to make space for other expenses and whatnot author-wise. And I am setting my intentions. So a good part of manifestation is mindset, putting yourself in that mindset, already manifesting, there you go, talking like it is reality, talking like it will become reality, because that is the goal. So it's not a matter of here are the things I need to do. It is here are the things I am doing right now that we are taking action to complete. So my message, putting it out into the world, is that I'm setting my intentions and I'm speaking my author dreams into reality. So it's becoming my reality. We are doing the damn thing. I see growth. I see positivity. I see myself succeeding. I see myself with a whole future of author-related things and goals. I can see the way that I would work in an office. I know what that office looks like at my house. I feel empowered. I feel incredibly empowered to accomplish these things. It makes me feel confident. I feel really successful because I have come so far from where I've been and I've accomplished so many things along the way. I feel great. I really have. I've done so many things, and the things that I have currently that are going to help me move into this manifestation and achieve all of my author goals is that I have a whole lot of support and I have some amazing people behind me. I also, things that I have myself is a lot of formal education in the world of writing. I do have a bachelor's degree in that. I also have a master's degree in counseling, which provides an insane amount of context for myself for character development and how people interact together in scenes. All of my formal education plays a part in how I write, whether that's the craft part or the character part. It all comes together. And I think most importantly is I have a lot of tenacity. I am so stubborn, so tenacious that there is no way this is not going to become my reality because I care about it so much. And ultimately, you have to give a damn more than anybody else. And I sure as hell do. And I am tenacious enough that I'm going to make it happen. I've set myself a lot of goals for this week, how I'm going to further myself towards this manifestation of becoming a full-time author. And what I have been doing is I'm posting every day to TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, I've actually changed up my marketing technique it's not been a full week, but almost a week that I have changed up my tactics. And so far I am having a steadier increase in sales than normal, a more consistent number of sales per day. And I'm not having any more views than normal. And in some ways I'm having less views on some of my posts, but they are converting to sales better than what I was doing previously. So that could be a whole other video. I actually think that I am going to talk about my marketing techniques and plan out marketing for December. So I think I am, after I've experimented with this new technique, going to bring you guys more information on what I am doing and what's working really well, because I'll have all of the data by that point and we'll be able to discuss it. So that is one of my goals. I'm also going to write every day, which has been a struggle. I did not write over the weekend, but I did write every weekday last week and it was hugely successful. I also learned that it is a huge part of my mental and emotional health, and it makes me feel better when I do those things. So I'm going to prioritize that. I'm going to write in the evenings. I also write for an hour in the mornings before I begin therapy work. So 8 to 9, and then starting at like 8:30 at night to who knows when is writing time. That will help me to achieve, I'm hoping, 1,500 words a day. I'm shooting to do about 10,000, a round number, 10,000 words per week in my new Billionaire Beast of New York book 1 that I have not announced the title for. I also am posting once to Instagram daily. I did not get that done today as early as I usually do, but I know what I am posting because this is the caveat for posting to Instagram. That's intentional. I've actually changed, not my strategy per se, but I have sort of shifted my mindset when it comes to Instagram specifically. I want to post, I cross post from TikTok anyway. So I want to post something that brings people in because of the books. Clearly we're marketing the books, we're marketing a product. So I want to bring people to my page who are interested in the books that I write. And then I want to post something, this one post a day, that is intentional for my audience. That is not necessarily to bring people in, but is to engage the people within my community and keep people interested and start conversations. So that is what this one post a day is intended to be, is something developed all for us to grow and to develop together, and just to, bring us all together as a community and not just to feel like I'm selling to people all the time. So that is the other thing that is going to help me on my author success this week. Also, I'm going to do something for myself that is just for fun, just for myself, because I haven't done that in a little while. And I think I am needing a little bit of downtime just for myself. I had a girls' night a couple weeks ago sporadically, and it was the best thing that I had done in a very long time. And so I may do another one of those. I'm not for sure. Or I may go out and do an activity for myself, but just something for my own self-care, because if you don't rest and relax, it's harder for you to make some progress. And I don't want to be grinding it out, to be honest. I work hard. I really do. I put in way more hours than maybe I should. I bite off a lot more than I should, put more on my plate. So it's not that I don't want to work less hard or I don't want to work hard, but I want to take care of myself too. So I want to do that this week to help myself in my author trajectory of becoming a full-time author. And last thing on the plate, which is probably the biggest one, I have other goals for that also, is I want to finish my read through and self-edit of Snow at Sunset. That is a really important one, and it's high on this list for a big reason, which is I actually have a date with my editor, so I need to actually get this done. So that is a big goal this week. But all of these things, all of my action plans, to-do list items, are going to contribute to me becoming either a better author, taking better care of myself so that I can have the success and enjoy it in the future. and also to develop my skills and grow so that I can be a full-time author in some way. You have to produce books, you have to have a backlist. So I'm doing all of these things to contribute to me and my manifesting and making my author dreams, being a full-time author, come true. So now on to the next part of manifestation, which is my weekly SMART goal. I'm going to set one SMART goal, which is the biggest goal. I'm putting all of my energy, what I'm putting most of my energy into this week, that is going to have the biggest impact towards being a full-time author. I think I already told you guys, the biggest one is that I need to finish the read through and self-edit of Snow at Sunset. So if you are unfamiliar with SMART goals, we are going to walk through my SMART goals for completing the read through and self-edit of Snow at Sunset. So S stands for specific. So what exactly are we accomplishing? We are finishing the read through and the self-edit of Snow at Sunset, my next book, which releases December 31st. It is on pre-order. Link in the description box. M is measurable. How are we going to measure progress for this goal? We are going to measure it daily. I have a system I use. I write out 1, 2, 3, 4, all the chapters plus the epilogue, because there is one in this book. And as I'm finishing reading them, I am circling the numbers. So I know every day how much I've completed and where in the process I am. And I'm circling them to signify that I have read the chapter and made notes. When we get to the self-edit portion, I will cross out the number. So it'll have a circle and a cross through it. So the circle means I have done the read through and the notes. The crossed out means I have made all of my changes and edits in the final document. So once we have completely finished the book, all of the chapters are going to have a circle with a line through it. That is how I measure my progress. So SMA stands for achievable. How can this goal be accomplished? So this is the reality part. Is it realistic? Can we actually accomplish it? Yes, I am going to read on my Kindle because that's how I do this process. I send the document to my Kindle and I use that highlight feature and notes to make my notes on my Kindle. That way I cannot physically change the book. It really makes it so that I'm only focusing on the reading and editing. So I'm going to read during bath time when I bathe my little guy. I'm going to read during my morning writing sprints. I'm going to do a bit of reading during that time. Right now, I think instead of that time being writing time towards my goal of writing 10,000 words, that specific morning section is going to be for the reading portion of Snow at Sunset. I am almost finished reading through it, so I should only need this time 1 or 2 days this week, and then it can go back to writing time for book 1 of Billionaire Beasts of New York. Next, I am also going to read if I have any cancellations on my calendar as a therapist. So if something opens up and I have an hour free, I will use that time to read for Snow at Sunset and make my notes. And Finn has piano once a week. I will also go and read while he has his 30-minute piano lesson. That is enough time for me to read 1 chapter usually. So that is a time I can use in addition also to all of these times. So I should be able to finish reading through the book in the next couple of days. And then I will go through all of my notes on my Kindle and I will X out the numbers in my planner as I make the changes on the official document so that I will be done with this process by the end of the week. So SMA, achievable, this is how I'm going to do it. R, is it relevant? This book is my next step in publishing yet another book on my backlist. It is going to be published the 31st. So this is just part of the process of me completing that by my official date of the 31st. And by the date I have to have this book to my editor right before Thanksgiving. So it's relevant because it contributes to me having more books out. And the T, the final SMART acronym, is time bound. I want to finish this entire process, so the read through and the self edit, by Saturday so that I can finish and upload the video that I'm putting out here in my new series here on YouTube, which shows you more in depth of the process of me writing and completing this book. So the next video coming out is the read through and self-edit step in publishing a book. So I am really excited to finish that. So I will have more of all of this that I'm talking about right now in depth in that video coming out on Saturday. So that is the plan. That is my manifestation for this week. It is so achievable. I am so excited. I am setting my intentions, speaking my dreams into reality, and every day I will have an affirmation I will add to my manifestation. Today is my favorite manifestation ever that I've been living by this year, which is that positivity is powerful, because it truly is. I'm also a therapist, so I also know that sometimes toxic positivity and pretending that everything is happy-go-lucky when it's not is not always the answer either. We have to be realistic about it, which is why I love SMART goals, because a huge part of SMART goals is the reality. You have to be able to assess how much time you can give and how much energy that you can put into something. And so everything has to happen sometimes at a snail's pace, but it needs to be realistic and achievable. So I know that toxic positivity exists, and that positivity is not always something we're going to feel, but if we can all train our brains to think about what's going well, how far we've come, and where we're headed, and remind ourselves of those things, we can really do whatever we want. And that is what that phrase means to me. Positivity is powerful, and so are you. So happy Monday. That is going to become a new part of these vlogs because I love manifestation. Maybe we'll chat more about it. Maybe I'll do another video about manifestation 1 year later in my journey, now that I have been through I have other thoughts, but that's that. Happy Monday. We're going to achieve great things. It's going to be great. Filming this part of the video after I have already filmed the outro, so go figure. I decided, I kind of forgot, I've been doing it, but I forgot to film it to update you guys about my manifestation goals and things for this week. I honestly am really excited about changing up the structure for these vlogs a little bit. I'm really looking forward to doing things a little bit differently. I may even change a little bit more, just graphics and stuff on the screen. I am really excited to make things a little bit different. So bear with me. These videos are going to get better. It's going to be better, I promise. So anyway, we set our manifestation intentions on Monday, and I figured at some point I should review them. So the goal was to finish my read through and self-edit for Snow at Sunset. I have done that. I'm actually sitting down to finish doing the YouTube video where I explain more in depth the process of that. And I am also getting ready to implement the last of my edits. So I'm almost there, but that was the main SMART goal for this week. Yeah, has been good. So what am I even talking about anymore? Right, so SMART goals. I feel really, really good. My intentions for next week are focused a whole lot more on the next book I will be releasing, the one I'm drafting right now. I have a goal. I'm going to kind of keep it, I might as well tell you, I'm going to try to write 10,000 words next week of that project just to get a ton done. So looking forward to it. But yeah, I had already filmed the outro for this video and I thought I should talk about that because yeah, I've already drafted out a little bit my manifestation plan for this next week. I think I may actually make my own template. This is just a template I pull off Canva, but I think I may make my own. I also have a SMART goal template here that I think will become something I use a lot. I do like that. So I am doing a lot of prep for this week, next week, but I thought I would let you guys know before we actually went into the intro. So back to what we were talking about, back to, yeah, what I had already found. Insert here. Hello and happy Sunday. It has been a busy week. I haven't even shown you a lot of it. We had Thanksgiving with some family yesterday. We're going to have more Thanksgiving events on Thanksgiving Day. What else did we do? We also had friends over twice already, and there is a board game night happening at my house tonight. So, it's been busy, and this next week's really busy too because I'm going to an event, not really a book event. I'm going to like a Christmas market. I have never done one before to sell books, but I have Christmassy books and I'm finishing my series, and I've always wondered, because I go to them anyway every year, and I've always wondered if I would be successful there because I do have some wintry books that are adorable and because it's very well attended, and I would be like, at least from the ones I've been to in the past, I would be the only author, or one of the only authors anyway. So I decided this year, why not try it out? See if it's successful at all. If I sell some copies and get my money back and break even for the booth cost, then that's awesome. And whatever, then maybe I just don't do it in the next year, but we'll see. So I'm going to try it out, see what we find out.